something has got your attention. Something has got you fascinated. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, whatever area chart you're wanting to look at, being published on June 2020. It's for whenever it's for. Whenever you find it. Timing's not absolute with divination, so if you're led to this reading later, you haven't missed out. It was just, that was when you were supposed to hear it. Now, if you don't know what your moon and rising sign are, signs even, there is a link down below in the description that you can get a free birth chart with. Also in the description is a Facebook group for this channel. I obviously post these videos, but I also post the astrology videos that I'm learning from, the other readers, the odd documentary that I find interesting, if there's something that makes me go, oh, right, yeah, that's worth knowing about. So if you want to contact me for a personal reading, that Facebook group has an inbox. There's also a Twitter handle down there as well, so you can message me that way. Now, it's a general reading. So like I say, general reading rules apply. We've covered timing's not absolute. Roles can be reversed if there's another person appearing in here. The cards don't come with name tags, so I can think I'm talking about you and I mean them, and I can think I'm talking about them and I mean you, but I don't tend to do love readings, so it's just if another person shows, another person shows. Now, where my readings are different is they either are for you or they're not, or at least they either are for you at the moment or they're not. There is a past and a present in this spread. If the past and the present don't fit, it's not for you. If the past and the present don't fit at the moment, it's not for you. You know, it may fit in a year's time, it may fit in 2 months' time, but if it doesn't fit right now, it doesn't fit right now. Don't try and make it fit. But what I would like you to do is ask a question prior to this reading. So, take a moment, think about all of the questions that are around you and focus upon one of them. The reason for the focus, energy in, energy out. You send that question out into the universe. Hopefully my reading will answer it, but if it doesn't, the universe will answer it one way or another. And then be aware of all of the questions that you got floating around you, even though you focused on one of them, because the cards will answer what they please and not necessarily what you and I think is the biggest priority. Okay, so let me bring the cards up and we can dive straight into it. So we start with the Angel Prince of the North. I celebrate my uniqueness with joy and gratitude. So there is something that is definitely reliant upon you and your nature. On the bottom of the decks, we have Two of Wands, Knight of Cups, Ace of Chalices. There's a new dream, or there is a dream that is maturing. There's a dream that is developing. And certainly the way that you feel, you have Page of Wands here, which indicates to me that something has got your attention. Something has got you fascinated. Now, this is clarified with Strength and the Two of Chalices. So I feel like this could be a relationship. This could be a whole new topic. This could be something that you already had sort of on the back burner, but all of a sudden it's come to the fore. But what is interested in is that you believe it's requiring strength to tackle this. That's fine. That's great. But there seems to be a lot of wish fulfillment. This looks on first glance to be a lovely reading. Golden Palace here indicates wish fulfillment, of getting that perfect place. But what's interesting to me here is that there's two moons. So it's almost like something celestial or something alien which brings wish fulfillment. And where you are at the moment is an element of Ten of Cups. So this fascination that you have, I think you've had it a little while, because to be honest, we've got Ten of Coins with King of Pentacles and the Sun. So you are in a stable position, home-wise, family-wise, money-wise, maybe. Enough. Anyway, let's put it that way. There's enough for your needs. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Now, I rather feel... this could be you. This could be somebody else coming in. I think this could easily be somebody else coming in because he's feeling very grounded. But he's not the King of Pentacles who's all that, although he is all that. But he's feeling quite professorial. You know, it's almost like he's somebody who is old beyond his years and has ignited a passion within you with this Sun card here for you to try and exert, or was something that you was wanting to work hard on and exert your will by creating some higher ideal coming down into the material world. This is something that you've maybe been nurturing for quite some time, and this professorial advisor, inspirer, maybe lover, it is the King of Pentacles, and you have got 2 of Cups here, but it's given you the power to nurture something or put into practice something that you have been nurturing, and nurture something more that has always been sort of there. But that started you going places. That started movement in this. If it's something that you've been nurturing for a long, long time, movement has started happening. And you've been receiving, you know, the right intuitions and the gaining authority. Because this High Priestess, yeah, it's your intuition talking to you. But also, I'm rather feeling it's you coming into a form of qualification. You're balancing here, the light and the dark. Just like you're balancing the 2 moons, full and crescent here, or full and new, you could say, and 2 of Cups down here. So you've been doing that balancing, and it's been going better than you expected. There's been cause for celebration. Your ships have been coming in with it, and you've been finding that what you have been turning your attention to is actually turning out far better than you thought it was going to. It's really cast a light over all aspects of your life, whatever this thing is. And you do feel like you are making progress. You are progress in the physical world, progress in the real world. But also this King of Pentacles shows that this professorial person has not disappeared. Although I'm feeling this King of Pentacles is most definitely you. Excuse me. So, however, under all of this, there is still something that you're not quite aware of. We've got the 2 of Swords going, and the 2 of Swords clarified by the Queen of Swords and the 9 of Swords. So it looks like that there's something in the background that you're not quite aware of that really needs to be cut out. And it is that there's a growing worry about something. Now, is this coming from other people? Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe there's somebody else that's not entirely straight with the truth here. And there's decisions that are being made that are affecting you one way or another. But whatever it is that you're blind to, it doesn't really matter. That's really interesting to... You're being blind to a source of anxiety and nightmare. But it's something that you are able to quickly cut out, I think. And there seems to be some form of symbolism and lesson in whatever it is that you are quickly cutting out. Because this is just referring to the symbolism of the event rather than the event itself. The event itself, I'm feeling, doesn't have a great deal of consequence. But you are able to balance the needs of others, that there is celebration. People are enjoying your success as well as you. You are enjoying your success, but you're also taking the time to look within and to appreciate the changes that are occurring within you, because going in and seeking that inner light, maybe in after the background of this, whoever it is that you've had to cut out. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands, Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man is immediately telling me that there is wisdom coming to you. and that it was a good thing that you was blind to whatever it is. But I assume that by now that you've seen it, because the hangman is almost like that Scooby-Doo sort of, you know, there's you were blind to it there, and now everything suddenly looks all confusing. But it's still a good thing that you cut out whatever was that source of nightmares. And with the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, there's a progression in your moving forward. Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, oh, Two of Swords again. Okay, there is still a blindness going on. But there's also, with this Two of Swords, I feel that there's a lack of fairness that is risked. And I say risked because it's qualified by the Page of Pentacles and it's qualifying the Knight of Swords. So again, there's that surging forward. But when you surge forward, maybe don't move too fast. Maybe make sure that whoever here was celebrating with you and whoever here was helping you, even if it was the person who was economical with the truth, with this Princess of Swords here, then make sure, no matter what they do, that they get their, well, part of me says just desserts, but what I want to say is fair share. Barith here, also Baal Barith, Lord of the Covenant, is a Duke of Hell with 26 military units under his command. Demonographers describe him as a soldier riding a red steed. Now, he represents concentrating upon material gain, and you've had all these earth cards, 2 King of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles. The material aspects has been taken care of recently, and it's still being taken care of. You and your loved ones are safe. But Barith brings a warning: don't get too greedy. Don't be concentrating too hard on the material gain that you are forgetting the other aspects, those higher dimensional aspects that you were aware of to start off with the Golden Palace and its twin moons. But also look at the bottom corners of this cube. One's in front of the other. It's like one of those Escher drawings. It's inside out and the right way around all at the same time. So it's like a higher dimensional shape being, it's come up in every single reading so far for June. But again, there's that image of that higher dimensional shape being thrust into the real world. The Emperor card in this deck does the same. But it's almost like you can get carried away with even though what you're doing is good, because this is a time of creation, but what you need to be making sure you are urging towards is peace. So even if somebody is being economical with the truth with you, be nice to them. I think because there's such a temptation with the Two of Swords, you know, that can offer conflict sometimes, the Two of Swords. But notice how the Two Swords are folded back upon one another. It's almost, there's a friend of mine was psychologist, NLP, all the you know, all of these psychological sciences. She said, when you point at someone, it's one finger pointing forward, 3 fingers pointing back. And this is what I'm, now where have I put it? This is what I'm seeing with this Two of Swords. Everybody's accusations that is being thrust forward here is what they are guilty of. Another favourite phrase of hers was, perception is projection. You know, so they are seeing in you what they are guilty of, and quite possibly they are acting as a mirror, so what you see in them you can be guilty of as well. I don't know where all that came from, but I do feel that even if they're economical with the truth, make sure they get their fair share, because for them to have a fair share, they've helped here somewhere. Or they just simply deserve it because of who they are to you, like a sister, a child, a really close friend who's helped you out in the past, or whatever, you know, share the wealth. And that's what Barith is definitely saying. But also, the whole thing that you are doing does appear to be some form of rebellion. But I don't think you necessarily need to be rebelling against them. And it's quite possible that they are rebelling against you as you are rising up in stature here. Oh, we have a devil card. Six of Cups, the world. So, don't try and make the world into something that it used to be. Use your uniqueness to turn it into something new. Make sure that you are surging ahead, not looking backwards, not trying to make things as they were. And again, that applies with, they may have been economical with the truth. You may be making sure they get their fair share, and they're being a very useful learning tool for you. However, if you need to move on, you need to move on. But move on nicely, because peace. That is what we are aiming for. Peace. Because you have a wonderful dream that is coming forward. There is quite possibly a love affair going on here with Knight of Cups on the base of the decks, 2 Kings of Pentacles, 2 of Cups here. But again, I want to issue that warning of, don't try and make the world what it used to be, even if it's with a new partner. You know, so I'm not going to go totally on this love affair idea. And I say picking up a pile topped with the Knight of Cups. 6 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So, it's almost like the dream that you were carrying forward, someone else has offered something similar to you and you've gone, yeah, no, my dream, thank you very much, not that. And that's taking you to new heights and a new beginning, where chance is actually giving you some freedom. Right, so you're going to hit a brick wall somewhere here. This is as a logical progression. Even after you are not turning the world into something it used to be, you're going to hit a brick wall, because that 5 of Wands indicates conflict, mental conflict, you know, arguments rather than fist fights, but also freedom. Freedom is rebellion. So it's almost like just as much as you are using your authority, there's authority that you are coming to face with, and acquitting yourself nicely. I don't think, again, referring to this peace card, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that you are, you know, this rebellion isn't, you're not trying to bring the government down or something like that, or just trying to alienate the person that you're rebelling against. It's just a no, not going there, not doing that, because you're worried that you could be acting too rashly and not listening to your guidance and just rushing ahead into a situation where you don't really know where you can end up. But I think what this is all saying is you're on a good path at the moment. You just have to watch for greed and watch where people reflect back at you what you can be guilty of. So 6 of Cups again in the future, but with 8 of Swords, 3 of Swords. Ooh. Now, let's have a look at this, because I really love this particular Ace of Swords card. She is almost blind to feelings and dealing in the cold hard facts of the things that are floating around her. But the 3 of Swords, 6 of Cups, there's some pain from the past that you finally put into rest. That's because I don't feel negative about them. I mean, I look at that 3 of Swords here, and I see the stag that has been killed by that Trinity of Swords, and my emotional response is good, which is a bit mean on the poor old stag. But what I'm thinking is that it's putting some pain from the past to rest and going, right, yeah, no more, not doing any more. There will be no submission to a higher order. I am the one celebrating my uniqueness. I know that I am safe. I know that my loved ones are safe. This is a time for creation for me. This is a time for me to surge ahead forward. So, If that means anything for you, Cancer, please do comment down below. I really would appreciate the feedback. Press the like and subscribe buttons while you're passing, if you would please. Because, yeah, the like button helps boost the video. The subscribe helps the channel. It really does help the channel. I'm still only a baby channel. I'm only 7 months old. Thank you so much for everyone who has liked, shared, subscribed, commented. I don't get to know about the shares, but I hope you're out there. Otherwise, this is your monthly, obviously. There will be a Chinese zodiac monthly reading coming out this month. Hopefully on time, but most of them will be. And then your full moons will come out, and possibly your lunar galactic downloads if I get ahead of my schedule enough. But in the meantime, join the Facebook group, stay posted, and enjoy the ride here, Cancer. Enjoy the ride, because things are coming together. It's just a bit of a learning experience in the process. Cheers.